Hi, my name is Jacob Drury, and for this project, I'm gonna briefly talk about the Ming Dynasty. And a quick little info about me: I'm from West Africa, Liberia originally, and I am now serving in the Georgia Army National Guard. I attend the Georgia Gwinnett College, and I work at Publix. Excuse me. Uh, so the Ming Dynasty. It all started in 1368 to 1644, and it turns out to be one of the most important and powerful uh, dynasties in Chinese history and culture. Before I even started this research, I didn't really have that much information about the Ming Dynasty, and just I could say just a little reference to a magazine about the Great Wall of China and maybe some Chinese arts could be connected to that. Uh, but yeah, actually, it turns out I was actually really surprised because I didn't know how much of an importance the Ming Dynasty was in terms of how it shaped the Chinese government and their Chinese culture. But as I got into my research and my paper, I was really surprised by how much the Ming Dynasty had accomplished. Like it all started by it was started by Su Yongxing, I believe that's his name. I have memorized that. And he came from a poor background, and he just changed history. He ended up becoming their leader, the Emperor Honggu, and I find it really interesting because he was just a regular guy that just a regular person that just came from a really poor background and just the change history with right by rising to power and just creating such a dynasty. So the Ming government, it was focused, it was organized and focused or based on the Confucian values, which was kind of the theories of Confucius. He kind of focused on morals, values, or moral beliefs, and respect, and very high emphasis on education. And the education, it was not just for everybody. It had high standards for those in government. They literally had a exam, like a high standard exam for government officials that has to they have to do that in order to be chosen as a leader. I seen that and I found that interesting too. But it was also good because it kind of helped create that group of scholarly leaders, you know, and just having a group of smart people to lead their country or their people is really beneficial to everybody. And I also learned this one is also very interesting too, that about their social classes. It was their farmers were more respected than their merchants, which is kind of crazy. Even though their merchants were often like more worthier than the farmers, but the farmers definitely had like their respect. And then culturally, the Ming Dynasty was full of creativity. They built like amazing structures, like the Great Wall of China and like the Forbidden City. I hope to like visit the Great Wall of China someday. I've seen like a few people, some of my friends been there too. But anyways, they also supported books and literature, which helped more people to like learn and just read. And then through that, or through this other guy called Sing He, through his travels like by sea, because he was kind of like the Christopher Columbus of China, except like it was like way earlier, and he they had like bigger ships. Like some of their ships would like be up to like 400 feet long. I seen like I didn't like I seen something like that like up to like 400 feet long, and that was like very interesting. Anyways, but yeah, through like his travels by sea, like his voyages and like just exploring to like different part of the world, like East Africa and like the Middle East and all of that, Europe, and he was like seeking to like trade or like trade like with other parts of the world, and also to like just show how powerful like China is or China was. And then yeah, so like this research, it kind of changed how I see Chinese history, as I used to think that dynasty was more like it was just about walls and like rulers. But now, like after researching and everything, I see how they like actually influence art and like ideas and even like the global trade and also education too. Like they aren't just about just having leaders or in like it's not just about rules and all of that stuff. Like they definitely impacted like the war or influenced the war, especially with their trades and like their ideas and stuff like that. So like the Ming Dynasty, they wasn't like just looking in walls. Like they wasn't just looking like within their region. They had like real impact outside of China too. So that was really good, or that was just really important and like very helpful. Not just that they didn't like just stick in wars, like stay in that country with like their ideas or like their trades. Like they try to extend that worldwide. Also like kind of showing like their power of how great China used to be. But overall, this project helped me to like appreciate how deep and like how rich the Chinese history is. Cause like I said, I has your ideas on all of that. Then the Ming Dynasty, they definitely left like a huge legacy back not just in China but like in the world. So now I understand like why it's seen as much as importance in time of history. And yeah, I hope like I kind of got everything that was required for this video. Thanks for listening to my reflection, and I hope you have a great one.